You're watching Filter Kaapi. My name is Sudhir. For those of you who were still hoping that NEET 2020 could still be postponed beyond the scheduled date of 13th of September, the news from the Supreme Court is that it is not happening. The review petition that was filed by 6 cabinet ministers from 6 different opposition ruled states against the 17th August order of the Supreme Court was rejected by a 3-judge bench. The August 17 order, you may recall, had declined to postpone both the NEET and the JEE. It does not merit reconsideration. This is what the 3-judge bench said today. Now, the 17th August judgment was held by Justice Arun Mishra, but after his retirement on the 2nd of September, Justice Ashok Bhushan heard the review petition as the head of the 3-judge bench. Now, the review petitions had said that the ruling of the court had not accounted for the fact that the National Testing Agency, that's the NTA, did not secure the safety and the right to life of the aspirants, close to about 24-25 lakh of them, both JEE and NEET combined. It also said that the NTA had ignored the logistical difficulties in conducting the examinations because of COVID-19 pandemic and also because of the flood situation in many states in the country, and that it had also failed to ensure mandatory safeguards were put in place for the conduct of these two big ticket entrance examinations. NTA is the agency that conducts both the JEE and the NEET. Now, frankly speaking, and I have been speaking to a number of experts, many thought that the review petition actually stood a chance in the Supreme Court today because it was based on what is happening right now with the conduct of the JEE mains. Yes, during the conduct of the JEE mains, the social distancing has been largely maintained well at the examination centers. In fact, the situation is far better than what we saw during the conduct of the Karnataka Common Entrance Examination or the B.Ed examinations in Uttar Pradesh. SOPs like the use of sanitizer, thermal screening, etc. have been followed, but there have been other major issues. Now, 25% of the 4.5 lakh students who were registered for JEE mains on the first 3 days, that is September 1, 2 and 3, actually chose to stay away. Now, that translated to 1.14 lakh students, which by no means is a small number. Now, these are students who obviously would have prepared for many months to appear for the JEE mains, but they were either scared themselves to appear for the examination, travel to the examination center in COVID times, or were persuaded by their parents not to take the examinations this time and take the chance in 2021. Now, that essentially punctured the claim of the Union Education Minister, Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, who believed that whoever had downloaded the admit card actually was more than enthusiastic in taking the examination. The figures, the data of the first 3 days actually proves that that is definitely not the case. Though the government would obviously now claim that the situation has been improving every day, because the first day the attendance was just about 54%, day 2 showed 81% attendance and day 3 showed 82%. But even there you see 18% choosing to stay away on day 3 of the examination. Now, the other important factor that also should have been ideally considered by the Supreme Court during the review petition hearing is that in this case 7 states were saying that the situation is not good enough to conduct these entrance examinations, and the number of students actually staying away is a comment on the trust deficit vis-a-vis the system. Usually what we see is that the courts go by what the government says. So, if the government says it can conduct an examination, the court will ideally not challenge its ability to do so. It would ask the hard questions like we saw in the Karnataka High Court just ahead of the Karnataka CET, but they would largely believe if the government says it can actually conduct the examinations safely. But now it seems strange that even though 7 states have expressed their inability to provide quality logistical support, that was completely ignored by the Supreme Court. Now, another point that Mr. Peri Maheshwar of Careers 360 told me this morning is that NEET sees many students of a lower economic strata also taking the examination, right? So, if the conditions are not perfect in terms of facilities to travel to the examination center in many states across the country, many of these students would actually be deprived of a chance of appearing for the examination, and that would be so unfair that all these students with dreams in their eyes, wanting to become a doctor, wanting to join a medical college, being deprived of a chance to take the examination because they did not have the right kind of facilities to travel to the examination center, or the system did not give them the confidence that they would be absolutely 100% safe inside and outside the examination center. And also remember, with close to 15 lakh aspirants who are going to take the NEET, who are registered for the NEET on the 13th of September, this examination is on a single day. That's a huge challenge as opposed to JEE, which is spread over 6 days. And each one of these 15 lakh aspirants is likely to be accompanied by parents. So we are talking of about 30 lakh odd people outside or traveling to different examination centers in different states of the country. And that is going to be definitely a huge challenge for the authorities concerned. But the Supreme Court obviously believing that NEET must go on. It will be a challenge, as I said, no doubt, and one can only hope that we do not see a large number of students opting out of NEET on the 13th of September. It's the responsibility of the system between now and the 13th of September. It's the responsibility of the system, the authorities, now that it has the legal nod to ensure that every student can travel safely. Those arrangements must be made by every state and union territory in the country, and they must ensure that every aspirant is safe both inside and outside the examination center. I think India owes it to all those NEET aspirants. Thank you very much for watching.